What's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a fantastic Saturday night. It is April 27th, and it is 8:32 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are underway, or we're about ready to get underway for some more Phillies baseball. There have been a lot of things that have been going on around the city of Philadelphia in regards to sports. You got the Sixers playing their next playoff game tomorrow night. Of course, the Eagles made a lot of moves today to wrap up the NFL draft, and there's a lot to get into with that. But obviously, this baseball team, I know that they just started. I know that they're still early on in the season, but they've been playing really good baseball, and the offense really seems like that it's coming to life. The pitching staff has been doing a really good job as well, not just from the starting rotation, but other guys in the bullpen now have seemed to turn the corner. There's definitely some things that you would like to see bolstered up in the bullpen, but overall, just a very nice week for the Phillies, and they look to continue that as they take on the Padres tonight in Game 2. All right, so let's talk a little bit about tonight's matchup. So on the mound for the Phillies, they got Ranger Suarez, and another guy that has really just been so dominant in the rotation. He's just really been lights out. He's one of those guys that is just a competitor on the mound. He definitely has a killer instinct to him where he just wins a mental battle between every single batter that he faces, and he just knows that he can get anybody out. He's not going to overpower you, of course, with a lot of stuff, but he's really just a competitor, a true competitor, and just a very good baseball player that anybody would like to have on any team. The slider's has definitely been a very good pitch that he's been throwing, and his off-speed pitches have been up to par as well. And that's all I got to say about Ranger. I'm really happy that he's out there on the mound tonight. They're going to definitely need a very good outing from him, and they're going to have to rely on him tonight if the offense is not producing. Speaking of the offense has been producing, and guys like Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, and Alec Boehm in the top of the lineup have been raking the baseball and have done a good job at just cashing in runs and getting on base as well. JT also homered in last night's game. Brandon Marsh had a couple of nice base hits, and also, oh, by the way, was able to make a terrific catch to rob Jake Cronenworth on a home run as well. Nick Castellanos got his first home run, and that was a very big storyline in regards to last night's game, too. So this team is hitting. This team is definitely hitting, and it'll be interesting to see how they do against Dylan Cease, who, we'll talk about him in just a little bit, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I acknowledged all the hitters for the Phillies because the offense really does seem to be clicking. This team was definitely able to provide a lot of runs yesterday. They actually put up They ended up putting up 9 runs yesterday and were able to win by a score of 9-3. Aaron Nola was sensational once again last night. This whole thing about Aaron Nola not being able to produce in the month of April was a narrative last year, but this year it's been a completely different story. So, yeah, it's been awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, I want to get your final score predictions down below. I want to make sure that I say hi to everybody first and foremost. What's up, Flixie? How you doing? What is up? What's up, William? What's up, Katie? And what's good, Daniel? Daniel's always on here. Daniel is always on here. What's going on? I have to give props. He was really good last night. If you're talking about Nola, yes, he was. Aaron Nola did a very good job in last night's game. He went 8 innings. This was actually the 3rd outing in a row where he was actually able to pitch into the 7th inning. And that's great. So I'm really happy with how he's been doing just from a competitive standpoint. He's doing a lot better delivering from the stretch as well. That was a big storyline in regards to last year. He looks confident. He looks like he's really just attacking the strike zone and making sure that hitters are staying on top of the baseball. He's getting ahead in counts. And even if he's tied up, he just has this mentality where he can just utilize the corners. He trusts JT, and I think that that's really big. I do. I think that there were times last year where JT would tell him, okay, like we're going to throw a slider here, and Aaron Nola wasn't confident with his pitches. And now he seems to be like that. So I'm really happy about that in regards to him, for sure. So let's talk a little bit about Dylan Cease, shall we? So we'll get into him right now. So Dylan, a guy that played for the Chicago White Sox, this season he has a 1.82 earned run average and 35 strikeouts. He has a 3-1 record. He's been really good as well. This is going to be tough for the Phillies lineup to try to get a hold of him, because in his last outing he went 7 innings. He allowed just 1 hit. It was a solo home run against the Colorado Rockies, and that was at Coors Field. It's really hard to hit there. It's really easy to hit there. It's very hard to pitch there. But he had 8 strikeouts. Over his last 3 outings total, actually, he's only allowed 2 earned runs in 19 innings, and he has 22 strikeouts, only has allowed 5 hits. So he's been their ace, and he's projected, with the way that he's been pitching, he's projected to go 163 innings this season with 196 strikeouts and only 34 earned runs allowed. He can keep that up. He really can. He's a very good, solid pitcher, and it was a good move for the San Diego Padres to get him, for sure. You know, between him and Yu Darvish, those are their 1-2 punches. So should be a very good matchup. The Phillies hitters, I want to see, in regards to how they're gonna hit today, I need to see a lot of plate discipline, because Dylan is another pitcher that likes to get ahead in counts. But if the Phillies are able to just take pitches and not be way too aggressive, I think that could really help them out. Get an early jump on him. Make him throw strikes. If he's not locating his fastball really well, and if it's down over the middle of the plate, you know, you got to take advantage of that. But just work out foul off pitches and just make him work. Make him work for those outs. I think that's what you got to do. That's what they did a really good job with in regards to getting Sandy Alcantara out of the game last year. They worked up his pitch count. That was the strategy, and I think that you got to do that tonight against Dylan Cease. So, all right, let's get into starting lineups. All right, so the Phillies will have Schwarber leading things off, Turner batting second, Harper batting third, Bohm hitting fourth, and it's JT batting fifth, Marsh batting sixth, Castellanos hitting seventh, and then eighth will be Bryson Stott, and Merrifield is batting ninth. So again, it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Realmuto, Marsh, Castellanos, Stott, and Merrifield. And there's Dylan Cease on the mound. Again, we mentioned he has a 3-1 record in 5 starts this season, along with a 1.82 ERA, and he's gone 29 2/3 of an inning, with also 35 strikeouts and just 11 walks allowed. Schwarber has to work the count better leading off. Yes, I don't disagree with that. 2 innings with 7 pitches. One of those innings he had 2 strikeouts. Yes, exactly, man. What's up, Danny? Just stopped in to like. Good luck, but go Reds. Danny, you're the man, dude. You're the man. You're the man, Danny. You really are. Thank you so much for stopping by. That was really nice. I mean that. So Schwarber's up to bat, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. It was a 97-mile-per-hour heater just thrown at the knees. What else do we got? Nola had his pitch count down. That makes him very good. Yes. What else? What else did I miss on here? All right, no balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber, and the 0-1 swing and a miss. That fastball was at the knees again at 97 miles per hour. His fastball is pretty high. He throws a lot of high heat. Schwarber hitting 198 on the season as he calls for time, with a 317 on-base percentage and a 406 slugging percentage. Had a leadoff homer in last night's game. And the 0-2 on the way. Good take. It was inside and low. Decided to go with a slider. So that makes the count now 1-2. Phillies come into today. They're actually 2.5 games behind the Atlanta Braves in the East. The 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss. It gets by the catcher, but Campusano throws it over to first, and it's in time. And Schwarber is down on strikes. And Trey Turner's coming up to bat. It was a breaking ball that he decided to go with. Well, Schwarber, I was going to say that he's actually lifetime 3 for 5 against Dylan Cease coming into today. But now here's Trey Turner. And 1 out. And the pitch to Trey. Good slider thrown at the knees for a strike at 88 miles per hour. All right, so we'll go through 1 through 9 for the Padres defensively in just a few seconds. The 0-1 sweeper that's outside, and the count is even at 1 apiece. On the mound is Cease. Behind the plate is Campusano. From first to shortstop, it's Profar, Bogarts, Rosario, and Kim. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 broken bat fly ball hit out to right field. It's going to flare in there for a base hit, and it goes all the way towards Fernando Tatis Jr., who had to go all the way towards the gap. So it's just a 1-out single by Trey Turner. Good piece of hitting. He had another hit the other day where he was also able to break his bat, and he just lifted it out to right field, same sort of spot. And now Bryce Harper is due up to bat. From left to right in the outfield for the Padres, it's Azocar, Merrill, and Tatis Jr. All right, so Bryce is up to bat. Cease on the mound, and he throws a knuckle curve that just misses above the zone for ball 1. I don't think Harper's ever faced Dylan Cease before. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch, swing and a miss on the slider at 87 miles per hour. That pitch went from 12 to 6. That was a nice pitch. Yeah, you're right. That was a good comment, man. You're right. All right. Harper in the box with his white batting gloves. Phillies in their gray and red uniforms. The 1-1 fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. Fernando Tatis Jr. has to battle the sun, gets under it, and he'll catch it for the 2nd out of the inning. Underneath a fastball there, and honestly, it wasn't a bad pitch. It was a pretty good pitch thrown by Dylan Cease, and now Alec Bohm is going to come up. He's been a run producer for the Phillies for sure, and has just been seeing the ball very well. Had a nice diving stop yesterday as well over at third base. And he's on a 10-game hitting streak. The pitch, fly ball, hit out to deep left field. It's going back, and it's gone! The Phillies picking up where they left off yesterday, and Alec Bohm puts the Phillies on the board. That was a missile. 398 feet. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. Well, Cease definitely missed that spot, and Bohm knew it wasn't his wheelhouse and just hit a rocket out to left field. Man, he crushed that thing. Knew as soon as it was hit off the bat that it was going to get out of here. Here's JT, who homered in last night's game and takes a fastball wide and up high for a ball. That's great. Yep, hanger. And now an 11-game hitting streak for Alec Bohm, and Trey Turner just scored another run. That's his 2nd run that he has scored off of Dylan Cease, as the 1-0 is outside for ball 2. And he just crushed that thing. He's feeling it at the plate, man. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider that was just downstairs to make it now a 2-1 count. The swing that he's at the plate, it just looks so good. It looks so fluid. Alec Bohm. 2-1 pitch, chopped foul over towards the right field side. And the count is 2-2. I really love the way that this team has been swinging the bats. We were waiting for it for a little bit of time. Now it seems like everybody's clicking. The 2-2 on the way, down low, and outside for ball 3. JT actually is on a 5-game hitting streak and is now hitting .247 on the season. Payoff pitch coming up as Cease gets set at the belt. Kicks, fires the pitch. Grounder rolled over to shortstop, gobbled up by Kim, and he throws over to first. And JT did everything he could to try to hustle, but he was out by about half a step. The inning is over, but the Phillies get on top as they're up 2-0 against the Padres. And we go to the bottom of the first. They're coming up to bat, the Padres. Wow. I'm on Phillies Bomer. My friend, how are you? I'm doing good tonight, and I'm eating chicken wings for dinner. Nice, man. Oh, boy. I have now learned, Snooterprod says, that I need to come on here after like 15 minutes of the game starting. I love that, man. You got to be consistent, man. Yeah, all y'all are Phillies freaks. If you're a Phillies freak, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're a baseball freak, hit the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I love you guys. All right, so out Bowman a 2-run homer to put the Phillies on top 2-0, and we go to the bottom of the first. So the Padres lineup will look just like this. So it's Bogarts, Tatis Jr., Profar, Machado, Kim, Campusano, Rosario, Merrill, and Azakar. So that is the lineup for the San Diego Padres. Again, Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis Jr., Jurickson Profar batting third, Manny Machado hitting fourth, and Asian Kim batting right behind Manny Machado, protecting him. Luis Campusano is catching, and he's batting sixth. Then it's Eggy Rosario, who is over at third base, batting seventh. Jackson Merrill hitting eighth out in center field. And the 9-hole hitter is Azakar, who's out in left. All right, so on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies will be Ranger Suarez. And we talked about it during our miniature pregame show, but he really has been very solid this season. And just to talk more about it, he really has been one of their top guys in this rotation, even though everybody's been doing a very good job. But in regards to Ranger, there's a 1.36 earned run average. He's now 28 years old. He's 4-0 with a .70 whip. And by the way, that whip is first in all of baseball. So 32 strikeouts and 33 innings of work and 5 walks allowed as well. Last time he pitched, he went 7 innings. He allowed no earned runs and 5 strikeouts on 2 hits. First pitch underway. And that's in there for a strike to Xander Bogaerts, who has reached base safely in 9 of his last 12 games. Sun's still shining out at Petco Park. And the 0-1 grounder rolled over to shortstop. Turner fields it cleanly, throws over to first, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the first. And Tatis Jr. will be stepping up to bat. Ranger has not allowed a run. He has not allowed a run he hasn't allowed a run since April 6th. So that was the last time he allowed a run. And since then, over his last 3 starts, has only allowed 11 hits and 4 walks, and also has 21 strikeouts. The pitch that's in there for a strike at the knees. Fernando Tatis Jr. is up to bat. The ball is 1 strike. Ranger not wasting any time and throws the 0-1. Goes with a curveball that's outside for ball 1. That's 73 miles per hour. The 1-1 pitch just inside for ball 2. Decided to go with a fastball at 92. Crew chief for tonight. At home plate, you got Alfonso Marquez calling the balls and the strikes. At first, it's Lance Barrett, and the 2-1 pitch is grounded foul to make the count even at 2-2. Then over at second base is Mark Ripperger, and at third base, it's Roberto Ortiz. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Fernando Tatis Jr. Padres in their pinstripes. They're brown and gold pinstripes. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on, grounder. Hit back over to shortstop. Turner fires a strike over the first. It's in time. He had to backhand it and run over towards his right, set his feet, and fire a missile over to first base, and just got Tatis Jr. in the nick of time. So back-to-back ground ball outs to Trey Turner from Bogarts and Tatis, and Profar is due up next. It's a nice throw, too. And how about the extension by Bryce Harper as well? Didn't even get his foot off the bag. The throw was maybe, I don't want to say it was a little bit wide, but Harper kind of had to just lean over and put his left foot in front of his right. And he was able to do it. First pitch was a strike to Jurickson Profar. Second pitch, that's fouled back. So it's no balls, 2 strikes. 2 ground ball outs to Trey Turner to start off the bottom of the first. Phillies lead it 2-0. Profar hitting .293 on the season, batting on the right side. And the 0-2 delivery inside for a ball. Up next is Manny Machado, and in the hole it's Ha-Seong Kim. The 1-2 on the way, inside and high for ball 2. Phillies defense from 1 through 9. It's Ranger on the mound. JT behind the plate. Over at first, it's Harper. At second, it's Stott. At short, it's Turner. And over at third, it's Bohm. From left to right, it's Witt, Marsh, and Castellanos. The 2-2 on the way, down low and outside for ball 3. Full count to Jerks and Profar. 2 outs, bases empty, and the 3-2 on the way. Line drive it back up the middle. Sliding stop by Stott. Backhand to stop throw over to first. Not in time. Just was a little bit late as Profar, who does have a lot of speed, was able to beat it out. So they're going to reward him with an infield single. And Manny Machado is due up to bat. It's a really good play by Bryson Stott. It's just a bang-bang play all around. He's able to slide in front of the baseball, field it, and then throw a nice play over to first. But it's just beaten out. Here's Machado, who fouls off the first pitch. Again, the Padres are in their brown and gold pinstripe uniforms with the brown on the front part. It says Padres, and then on the back it has the numbers and the letters in brown with the gold stitching on the back as well. The ball is 1 strike. Ranger looks back over at first. And the 0-1 from the stretch, swing and a miss. Actually, it was fouled off over towards the left field side. I thought maybe Machado didn't get a piece of it, but he certainly did. The ball's in 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way to Machado. Swing and a miss, and he chased after an off-speed pitch, and that's going to do it. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. As Ranger goes through the first inning, and we go to the top of the second. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. Oh, boy. All right. What's going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning in on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are Phillies freaks on here and baseball freaks. If you are a Phillies freak, though, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon. We try to go live for almost every single Phillies game when we can. We will not be on for tomorrow afternoon's Phillies game because we got the Sixers game at 1 o'clock, and we're doing a post-game show after the game because all these basketball games really do matter. I'm hoping Castellanos is going to continue to hit. Absolutely. I agree with that. I hope that he continues to hit as well. Comment your final score predictions down below, guys. What are we going with our final score predictions for today? I think it's going to be 6-1 Philadelphia. So, but yes, 6-1 Philadelphia. 6-1. But yeah, tell me what your final score predictions are. What are your final score predictions? In case you are just tuning in for the first time tonight, Alec Bohm did a 2-run home run to start off the top of the first for the Phillies. Or to start off their scoring, I should say, in the top of the first. Turner had a single, and that's how he was able to score via the 2-run home run hit by Bohm. And Ranger threw 2 ground ball outs to Xander Bogaerts and Tatis Jr., then just allowed an infield single to Jerkson Profar and struck out Machado on an off-speed pitch. 8-3 Phillies is your final score. Here's Brendan Marsh, who's up to bat, and he stares at a fastball at 97 on the outside edge of the plate for strike 1. RG and Randy literally had the same exact score prediction. That's funny. The 0-1 on the way upstairs. 5-2 says Steven. What's up, Steven? How you doing? Mike says, oh, wait, wrong sport. 112-106. I don't think that we could ever... I think that would probably be like a game of cricket, really. The 1-1, swinging a line drive into right field for a base hit as it bounces just in front of Tatis Jr., and Brandon Marsh continues to get on base and just have a hot bat. Snooter says 7-2 Philly. I said 6-1. So, yep. Now it's Nick Castellanos who will step into the box. He had his first home run in last night's game on Joe Musgrove. Musgrove ended up giving up 5 homers to the Phillies. First pitch is in there for a strike. Phillies were definitely able to rake the baseball last night. Actually allowed 4, technically, and then JT had the 5th homer. Here's Castellanos, and he fouls off the next pitch. So it's an 0-2 count. Over at first base is Brandon Marsh. On deck for the Phillies is Bryson Stott. Dylan Cease still on the mound for the Padres. Alfonso Marquez gives Castellanos time as he'll step back into the box. The ball is 2 strikes, 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Cease with the baseball behind his back, now into the glove, at the belt. Takes a quick breath, and the 0-2 delivery outside, way outside for ball 1. So that will make the count now 1-2. Castellanos just ended up going 1 for 5 in last night's game. Flied out, grounded out, struck out, grounded out again, but then homered in the second inning. 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss. He chased after a slider that was way outside and low, and Dylan Cease wins that battle. And Bryson Stott's coming up the bat now. It's a beautiful day out in San Diego. Last night it was a little bit cold. A lot of guys wearing long-sleeve sweaters. Still see some of those tonight, but not as many. You still see some jackets. First pitch. It's sliced out towards left field, but on the run, though, and making the catch is Azekar as he gets into the sunshine, and there's 2 away. Now it's Whit Merrifield's turn to come on up. There's 2 outs. Merrifield lifetime against Cease is 7 for 30 with a home run. That's something that is a positive for the Phillies. The pitch on the way sails outside and low for ball 1. Phillies today have 3 hits so far. Had a lot of extra base hits yesterday. And in total, we're able to provide 13. 1-0 pitch. Low again, as it takes a bounce in front of Campusano, but it doesn't get too far away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. There's Profar over at first base trying to keep the runner in check. That's Marsh. And the pitch. It's a little bit outside, but it's a called strike. Not really too far away from the zone, but regardless, it is a strike called to Whit Merrifield. Merrifield today playing out in left field. Yohan Rojas has the day off, or the night off, I should say, as Marsh is out in center. 2-1 pitch. Good stop by Campusano. It was low and outside. It was a fastball at 95, and Campusano just got the glove down in the nick of time. Had to backhand it. And it's a 3-1 count. Kyle Schwarber waits in the on-deck circle. Struck out in his first at-bat to start off the first inning against Cease. The 3-1 delivery. Fouled back. Or actually, it's popped up, over towards the shallow right field side. And making the catch for the third and final out over at second base is Bogarts. And that's going to do it. So the Phillies could just get a single by Marsh, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the second. Apologize about that. I thought that It took them a little bit of time for them to react to it, camera operator, so there was a delay. I couldn't see where the ball was, so. But then I saw it, because then they showed it. I am trying to get better at that. All right, so we go to the bottom of the second. Kim, Campusano, and Rosario are coming up to bat. How many people do we have on here tuning in right now? Well, however many people are tuning in, let's try to get to 50 likes, man. Let's get to 50 likes and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and that way you'll know when I go live. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. For those people that are Padres fans that are tuning in, where are you tuning in from? Are you tuning in from San Diego, or are you tuning in from somewhere else? And if you are a Phillies fan, where are you tuning in from? Would love to know. And just see where you guys are tuning in from and how you found this channel. What's up, Snooter? Cubs got destroyed, says Katie. Yes, they did. They did get destroyed. Well, go to the bottom of the second inning. It's now 5, 6, and 7 due up in the order for the San Diego Padres. And that means that Kim, Campusano, and Rosario are coming up. And they'll be facing Ranger Suarez here, who gets set above the letters, lines up, and delivers. And it's bounced foul by Ha-Seong Kim. Wearing his white batting gloves. And there's a yellow sleeve along with his elbow guard. Hitting .233 on the season with 4 long balls and 17 runs batted in. He's playing over at shortstop today. Ended up going 0 for 2 last night against the Phillies with a walk and a strikeout. The pitch upstairs. Before that, though, before last night, he was actually on a 3-game hitting streak and ended up getting 5 hits in 13 at-bats, including a 2-run homer against the Colorado Rockies on Thursday. The pitch, swing and a miss. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lifetime against Ranger Suarez, he is 3 for 9 with an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. 1-2 delivery. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Freeze frame by Ranger Suarez as he just whizzed it on by Ha-Seong Kim. And that was the right call. JT also give him credit for setting up the pitch and putting it in the right spot as well. Kim actually tried to dodge out of the way because he thought it was going to be a little bit more inside, but back-to-back strikeouts for Ranger Suarez, and we start off the next at-bat with a ball inside to Luis Campusano. He's in .295 with a homer and 14 RBI on the season as well. The 1-0 pitch, fouled back. So far, Ranger has 22 pitches. Know that it's still early on, but this is a guy who really does not. He gets quick outs, and part of that's because of his fielding too. 1-1 on the way, ground ball hit over to third base, backhanded by Bohm. Flip back over to across the diamond is in plenty of time, and there's 2 away. Like that pitch that Ranger threw there, it was an inside fastball, and Campusano got on top of it. And Bohm again, just making another nice play over at third base. Now it's Eggy Rosario who's due up to bat. Spells it E-G-U-Y. That's how you pronounce it, Eggy. The pitch that's outside, on the outside corner actually for a called strike, to Rosario. The ball's 1 strike and the pitch, swing and a miss. On a changeup at 81 miles per hour. That was a really good pitch just below the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. Ranger not wasting any time. And the pitch. Change up wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 9 seconds left on the pitch clock to Eggy Rosario, the 24-year-old, for the Padres. And the 1-2 low for ball 2. Rosario is 5'9" and weighs 150 pounds. Batting on the right side of the box, hitting .275 on the season. The 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Went with a curveball that was just below the strike zone, and Ranger Suarez continues to mow down each batter that he faces. So we go to the top of the third. Phillies up 2-0 as Ranger gets a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts, and the Phillies coming back up to bat. Right. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like and make sure that you subscribe, man. Turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. Where are we? Why does this say that it's not live? On YouTube. We're live, right? Should be live. There we go. We got 56 lovely people on here watching. That's awesome. It's great. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. 35 people that have hit the like button. Would appreciate it if you guys hit that thumbs up button as well. And hit the subscribe button, man. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. For some reason, I'm so sorry. I just realized that our chat's not working. That's weird. Huh. So I do apologize about that. Phillies fan, Dirty Jersey AC. Let's go, Pablo. What's up, man? Nice to make another Dirty Jersey fan. Stupid MLB app won't let me watch, but just listen. I'm so mad. What's up, Zavala? Well, this is a better alternative, you know. We really do try to keep you guys up to date and give you a radio play-by-play because this is what I want to do. And I'm a Phillies fan. I'm also a Sixers fan and an Eagles fan, and we do play-by-play for all those things, and I give you a radio play-by-play style. So y'all hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. I apologize that our chat's not working. That sucks. So here's Kyle Schwarber up to bat, and the first pitch, it was a foul ball. It was inside. It was a check swing foul ball to Kyle Schwarber, and the count is 0-1. Schwarber struck out in the first. Is now hitting 196 on the season. The pitch. And it's popped up, fouled back, though, behind the plate. And that should make the count 0-2. They said it's a 1-1 count, though, because I guess that maybe he didn't get a piece of the fastball. I thought he did, though. The next pitch on the way. And that's a breaking ball that's down low. And the count should be 2-1. What's up, DFJ? How you doing? Shout out to you, man. 2 balls, 1 strike, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Cease with 33 pitches, and the 2-1 on the way, swing and a miss. Slider at 88 miles per hour. And Schwarber does strike out. So, I got confused, but I was right all along. I guess I got to trust my instincts. So the graphics operator was wrong, and Schwarber struck out. I got to do that. Second strikeout of the day for Kyle Schwarber, and now Trey Turner's up to bat. The pitch, that's fouled off, and the count is 0-1. Yeah, I apologize that our chat's not working. Elder Ute says that I'm a fan from Reno, Nevada. And the pitch, that's low for ball 1. Yeah, Ninja Chat's not working. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards right center field. Going to be a tough play, though, and making the catch just over towards the alleyway is Merrill, Jackson Merrill, that is. So he was able to track it down just shy of the warning track, and there's 2 away. Good solid contact, though, by Turner. Just hit it in the wrong spot. And it's Bryce Harper's turn to bat. Wanda. What's up, Wanda? How you doing? Harper has a blue sleeve on with his white batting gloves, and he takes the first pitch way up high and inside for ball one. Remember, last night he collided with Jurickson Profar. It was a little cue shot that Profar hit over towards the third base side, and throw by Nola last night over to first was way off the bag, and Harper had to go get it and tag him out, and Profar and him collided, and seemed to be all right. He homered his next time up. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Harper here. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 40th pitch by Cease. Here it comes. Ground ball. Hit over towards second base sharply, but Bogarets has it and flips it over to first. And that's the end of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Dylan Cease. And we go to the bottom of the third at Petco Park. Phillies lead it 2-0. All right. I'm going to turn this off for 1 second. I'm going to turn off the chat really quickly and just see if it pops back up on here. Let's try this again. All right. Somebody type something. Let's see if this works. What's up, JJ? Thanks for the shout out. Well, thank you. Joe Kibble's here. I love watching the Phillies smash while having a Cerveza crystal. Cerveza? What's a Cerveza crystal? Nope, it's not working, man. Huh. That's so weird. Let me turn it off and let me turn it back on. Our Ninja Chat's not working. That's really weird. All right. Well, I won't be able to select your chats, so I apologize about that. Ranger could be named pitcher of the month as a Japanese Imanaga. Imanaga is good, but it's also nice to be selected by your favorite team. What's going on, man? JJ, my friend, how about the Eagles draft? We got Trotter Jr., brother. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, man. We absolutely got Trotter. That was awesome. Howie Roseman definitely deserves a lot of credit. And, I'm pretty satisfied with what he was able to do. All right, so Jackson Merrill is going to come up to bat now for the San Diego Padres. Ranger Suarez will go out there for his third inning of work. So far, very dominant. So Merrill batting on the left side with his white and yellow batting gloves. Will chop the first pitch over towards first base. Harper has it and just tags the bag as he shuffled his feet over towards the left side. And there's one easy out. Now we'll bring up Azekar to bat. So Merrill is 21 years old, born in Baltimore, Maryland, and has a .318 average this year, which is actually second amongst all NL rookies. There's Azekar, who takes that one down and away for ball one. Thanks for subscribing, Jay. Let's go, Jay. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch fouled away over towards the first base side. Shout out to Jay, man, for subscribing to the channel. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ranger not wasting any time. Gets set and fires, and it's lined foul over towards the first base side, and that was a screamer. Oh, man. It's 9:16 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, it is 6:16 p.m. West Coast time, Pacific time. The 1-2 on the way from Ranger. Misses inside on the sinker at 93 miles per hour. Ranger has gone 25 innings this season, coming into today with a scoreless streak by amongst all starting pitchers. The pitch, line drive into center field, and it'll drop in for a hit. And there's a single that's hit by Azekar, who's the 9-hole hitter today for the Padres. And we flip the lineup card and go back to the top of the order. Bogarts will be coming up to bat now. Nothing really too much happened on that pitch, but good job by Azekar just to stay with it. I think it was a hanging slider from what I saw. But now it's Xander Bogaerts who comes up to bat, and Ranger throws a strike. It was a changeup at the knees on the outside corner. Good pitch, good location, and good execution by Ranger. The ball is 1 strike. Ranger trying to attack the zone, and the throw back over to first is in time. As the car was dancing off the bag, Bryce Harper tagged him, and there's another out. Base is empty now as the car got fooled, and Ranger, with the deceptive move over to first base, was able to throw him out. And I don't know what Azekar was doing way off the bag, but we'll take it. So 2 outs now, base is empty, no balls, 1 strike to Xander Bogaerts, and the 0-1 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards right field, and it's drifting foul and goes out of play. It was a really good play by Ranger too, but even so though, I can't understand what Azekar was doing way off the bag. But we'll take it. The ball's 2 strikes and 2 outs, base is empty. To Xander Bogaerts, the 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called on the inside corner at 96 miles per hour. So Ranger gets out of the inning, and we go to the top of the 4th. 3 scoreless innings so far for Ranger are in the books, and the Phillies are coming back up to bat. Man, every time he pitches, I feel like it's just a quick game. Like, that's really wild. Yo, what's going on, Mike? What's up, Jason? What is good, guys? We got 62 people on here watching. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. It's really, really incredible. Ranger is, I'm just gonna say, hashtag Ranger Danger. I gotta do that. Ranger Danger, man. Hashtag Fightins. Hashtag ring the bell. It's awesome. It's great. All right. Ranger is bringing the heat for sure. What was I gonna? I was gonna say something to you guys, and now I forget what it was. Can't really remember. So the Phillies won last night by a score of 9-3. Some of you guys were probably in bed. Some of you guys were probably maybe tuning in just a little bit, but you were also tuning more into the NFL draft. But again, you Phillies freaks, man, y'all are the best. If you're a Phillies freak, hit that subscribe button, baby. That way you'll know when I go live for a Phillies game. We also do Sixers play-by-plays, and we also do Eagles play-by-plays as well. We do it like a radio play-by-play style because that's what I really want to go into. I want to be a radio broadcaster. I really do. TV, I'm still open for sure, but I love radio. Alec Boehm is up to bat, and the first pitch he takes is a 95-mile-per-hour heater at the knees for a strike. So Dylan Cease out there for his 4th inning of work. Boehm hit a 2-run homer off of him in the first inning, last at bat. And the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. It's hooking over towards the line, but Tatis tracks it down and will make the catch. 1 away. Showing a replay of the home run that he had in the first inning. It was on a hanging breaking ball. Just left out over at the knees on the first pitch. Boehm was able to just cruise that thing out of here. 1 away in the top of the 4th. 2-0 Philadelphia. And JT is up to bat. JT will ground this one over to third base. And the throw over to first is not in time. They actually said that Profar's foot was just off the bag. Rosario did everything he could to just try to make a play over to first base. I don't know if JT would have beat it, but the ruling over at first by Lance Barrett was that Profar's foot was off the bag, and that's why JT is safe. I don't know if he would have beat it anyways, but no. He would have been out. Would have just been out. So they are going to challenge this. It will be a manager's challenge by Mike Schultz. And his foot honestly did look like it was off the bag. Profar not really used to playing first base throughout his career. Last night, he played out in left field, and Jay Cronenworth was their first baseman. So we're going to see if they successfully win the challenge or if it'll just stay the same. I know where that is. That's a close course for me. We're talking about golf? Nice. Cool. Love how we're having stuff going on in the chat. It's beautiful. That's what I love, man. So the call is overturned, and JT is out. So apparently Profar's foot was not off the bag, and I'd like to see a replay of it, but even so, JT jogs back over towards the dugout. Are they even going to show a replay? No. And now it's Brandon Marsh's turn as the baton gets passed to him. And Marsh shows bunt but takes it back as it was inside at 96 miles per hour. Marsh singled in the second inning. Is now batting .300 with 16 RBI. The pitch by Cease. Fly ball. Hit out over towards shallow right center field. Going to be a tough run, but making the basket catch out in center field is Merrill. Jackson Merrill flashing the leather. And, well, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Another 1-2-3 inning thrown by Dylan Cease as he is retired now. 9 batters in a row. Richard, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for subscribing. Or thanks so much for coming on here. Sorry, we've had a lot of people subscribing. If you are tuning in on Facebook or on Twitch or on X, please make sure that you hit the follow button. And if you would like to come on over to YouTube, you're more than welcome to do so. I do tend to read comments on YouTube, and I'm not able to do it on. I'm just not able to do it on Facebook. JJ, you can do it if you put your mind to it. You got the voice for radio for sure. I appreciate that, man. But I'm my own worst critic, you know? And it's about getting reps, but you also really just need to have fun. And you gotta be able to enjoy it. And today's just one of those days where sometimes you just, I don't want to say like some days that you don't feel it because I give it my all every single day. I do. But today is one of those days where I really have been feeling it. Now, to be fair, did I cover the NFL draft and did I do a podcast earlier today? No, but those are things I'm going to have to do anyways, so I still got to give it the most energy, you know. For those of you that have been on here for a while, I would like to ask you something. I would like to know. I know that we've been doing this for like a year. Oh, it's been over a year. But what's been your favorite moment on here? If you were to like talk about one of your favorite moments, what would it be on here? First pitch, that's in there for a strike. I have a couple of really cool moments. Fernando Tatis Jr. is up to bat, and Ranger Suarez on the mound. The 0-1 was a curveball that misses low. So yeah, let me know, because I am curious. What were some of your favorite moments on here? For those of you that have been tuning in for a while. Do I count as being on here for a while? How long have you been on here? The 1-1 pitch, ground ball, hit over to third base, played on the bounce by, boom, and the flip over to first is in time, and there's the first out of the inning. So, Ranger, we talked about how Dylan Cease has retired 9 in a row. Well, Ranger has not pitched 4 full innings just yet, but he has actually retired 5, 6, 7, 8. He's retired 9 batters in a row right now. The play-in game in Miami, says Jason. That was a good one. The pitch on the way, that's down low for ball 1 at 93 miles per hour. Coolest moment is when I joined the chat, says Mike. The pitch on the way, fly ball it out over to left field, but it's drifting foul, and that one goes out of play. I liked the game where we did, it was against the Pittsburgh Pirates, when the Pirates, when the Phillies clinched a playoff spot, and then we were watching the Cubs-Braves game because that was on TV, and the Braves actually ended up coming back, and they ended up winning that game, and after the Phillies game was done, we ended up watching that, and the Phillies got the first wild card spot. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball hit over towards shortstop, and the flip over to first is in plenty of time. And there's now 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. So Profar grounds out, and now it's Machado's turn to take a crack at it. 10 straight batters retired in a row by Ranger Suarez. Just has 43 pitches, but has been really sharp once again, and that shouldn't really surprise anybody. And he throws the first pitch up high to start off this at-bat to Manny. Suarez, the left-handed pitcher's only allowed 2 hits in just 3 2/3 of an inning. And the 1-0 pitch, that's in there for a strike on the inside corner. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch by Ranger upstairs at 94 miles per hour. The thing, too, about Ranger is that sometimes you would notice, even during early on last year, like his pitches, I know that he came off the injured list, but his pitches would just sail down low in velocity and speed. As the 2-1 is outside and wide for ball 3. But this year, that hasn't really been the case. It seems like every time that he starts off, like he just continues to fire and throws even faster as the game goes on. 2-2 is the count. Ha-Seong Kim waits in the on-deck circle. Machado takes a very quick step out of the box. And he'll step back in. A really nice curveball. It was thrown on the previous pitch. The 2-2 on the way. Ground ball back up the middle. Sliding stop by Stott. Throws over to first. And that's the end of the inning. 11 straight batters retired in a row by Ranger Suarez. And now we head to the 5th. Phillies lead it 2-0 against the Padres. First time watching was middle of last year. I just didn't say anything in the chat. I would also have to say the play-in against the play-in with Miami. Play-in game with Miami, yeah, that was a good one. That was fun. I loved the wild card game when Bryson Stott hit that grand slam. I thought that was a fun one that we called as well. We've had some really good games, man. We've been blessed. Austin, what's up, Austin? Austin says, I hate blackouts. YouTube TV for ESPN is $70 per month, and MLB.TV is another $150 per year. I'm not paying that much money just to still get blacked out of Apple TV and other broadcasts. Well, you don't have to worry about that problem on here, man. You know, you can rant all you want, and I understand, but guess what? You're here. And this is a really good alternative, man. It really is. I try to give you the best quality of radio play-by-play. There's not a lot of people, and I really don't like to dwell on this a lot, but there really aren't a lot of people that are on here because this is still new to a lot of people, and companies are starting to kind of catch on, but there's not a lot of people that do like a radio style of play-by-play that are on here. And I really try to make it professional, but also at the same time, I try to make it a little bit laid back too. You know what I mean? Like, my number one job on here is to still give you the play-by-plays. And yes, like, I still have some podcasting stuff that I do as well. But the nuts and bolts for everything, our bread and butter is really just doing the play-by-plays and also just trying to give you guys the best experience with digital media and having you guys become characters on our channel as well. So Castellanos comes up to the plate and he takes the first pitch low and outside for ball one. Dylan Cease back on the hill for the Padres. The pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch was outside. It was a slider at 87 miles per hour. You watch Amadeo? I like Amadeo, man. Castellanos is 0 for 1, struck out in the second, hitting 176 at his first homer of the season yesterday. He went back-to-back with Marsh. The pitch to Castellanos, swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cease now is 28 years old. He's from Milton, Georgia. He's on an $8 million contract as well. And he gets set and delivers. Check swing. The pitch was outside. Did he go? And Lance Barrett says, no, he did not. He was a 6th-round selection by the Chicago Cubs in the 2014 draft, and then traded them to the White Sox, the Cubs, that is, in 2017. The next pitch, swing and a miss, as Castellanos goes after a slider, and he has been struck out for the second time today. The last batter to get on base was Brandon Marsh. Ever since then, actually, sorry, it was Azekar. Azekar did it in the 3rd inning. But even still, it's been a pitching duel between both of these teams. Here's Stad, who takes the first pitch up high and outside for a ball. Yeah, no, Amadeo's great, man. I love Amadeo. The 1-0 pitch inside and high for ball 2 to Bryson Stott. We got a donation, a dollar donation from David Staples, man. That is awesome. That's our 20th super chat on a live stream. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. 2-0 pitch on the inside corner at 96 miles per hour, thrown by Dylan Cease. So far in this at-bat, went with a changeup at 67, then came back with 2 fastballs at 96. And as Cease started his motion, Stott just called for time. Hey, JJ, checking in on good Phillies winning. Yes. The 2-1 pitch served foul over towards the first base side. And the ball girl picks it up and gives a little souvenir to a young fella. Have any of you actually, went to a home run derby and got to be a kid on the field? In the outfield? The 2-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over towards second base. Bogarts fields it cleanly, picks it up and throws over to first in plenty of time. And Bryson Stott is down. We'll go back to the dugout. Another donation, man. We got Randy donating. Oh, man, $20 donation, man. That's awesome. Thank you. Y'all are the best, man. Shout out to you guys. Here's Whit Merrifield, and he'll take the first pitch upstairs at 97 miles per hour to make it a 1-0 count. He popped out in the second. He's hitting 200 this season with a homer and 2 RBI. Was a big name in the offseason for the Phillies. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball, back up the middle, diving stop by Ha-Seong Kim, throw over to first, not in time. Good job by Merrifield to just provide a lot of speed there, and, he actually hustled right out of the batter's box and was barely able to beat it out. That was awesome. Ha-Seong Kim did another nice job of just making a diving stop up the middle, getting up on both of his feet, spinning, and firing a strike over to first, but it was just a little bit late. So Merrifield gets aboard for the first time tonight. And now it's Kyle Schwarber's turn to bat. Schwarber has struck out twice. Cease with 57 pitches. And Schwarber takes a knuckle curve right down Broad Street for a called strike at 82 miles per hour. Schwarber started off the game last night with a leadoff home run. Merrifield takes a quick jab over at first base as he dances off the bag, and the 0-1 check swing. Did Schwarber go? They say no. Roberto Ortiz, that is, over at third base. The pitch was inside and low. Oh, man. Y'all are the best, man. I loved listening to your play-by-play of Lorenzen's home debut no-hitter last year. That was fun as well. And Wes Wilson hitting his first homer. The 1-1, that's a breaking ball that's in the dirt, and it just bounces in front of Campusano, but not too far away from him. And the count is now 2-1. Just a little bit more information about Dylan Cease, but he was a guy that really had to work his way up the system and was really dominant with the Chicago White Sox during the 2021 season. 2-1 pitch, just inside for ball 3. His first career major league hit, it was during a game against the Cincinnati Reds, and he actually went 3 for 3 in that game and pitched 6 scoreless innings, striking out 11 batters. 3-1 pitch, grounded foul, and the count now will be full. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, guys. Y'all really are something special. You really are. You guys all hold a special place in my heart. 4 strikeouts for Cease so far, just 4 hits and 4 2/3 of an inning. One of them is to the guy that's in the hole, and that's Alec Boehm. Actually, he's technically not in the hole yet, but he will be in the hole when Trey Turner comes up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch fouled away. I think that was the fastest pitch that Cease has thrown tonight. The one with a fastball right down the pipe at 98 on the gun. So the count is full to Kyle Schwarber. We have a runner over at first. That's Whit Merrifield, who got on with an infield single. 2 outs. Runner goes. The 3-2 on the way. Down low for ball 4, and Kyle Schwarber gets on with a walk. So Merrifield goes over to second base, and Schwarber is at first now. Phillies have a potential 2-out rally here. So they're getting something cooked up, and Trey Turner will be due up to bat. The Cleveland Guardians and the Atlanta Braves are in extra innings now. It's 2-2 in Atlanta, and Cleveland is up to bat. The ghost runner's over at second. We do have a timeout called on the mound here for the San Diego Padres. Cease wants to talk things over with Profar and also Campusano. Wanda says, I was at the home run derby when the vet was around. That's really cool. That is so cool. That's awesome. I like that. So Trey singled in the first and also scored a run on the 2-run blast hit by Alec Boehm. Merrifield's at second. Schwarber's at first. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. The first pitch, ground ball, hit over towards the third base side. And Merrifield, is he safe? I don't know. They say that he was, I guess. The umpire was out of the picture, but Rosario had to field it and was just trying to tag third base right before Merrifield got there. Let's see if he did. No, he's safe. He is safe. So that should just be ruled as an infield single, and that's going to load the bases. Maybe they'll rule it as a fielder's choice, but it was literally a slow roller hit over towards third base. And it was Eggy Rosario tried to tag the bag, but good speed by Merrifield. He beat that out. Was able to slide into third base. So now it's Bryce Harper's turn to come up. Boehm waits in the on-deck circle, and the table is set for BH3. The first pitch, a curveball that's inside and low for a ball. Man, I don't know how Whit beat that out, but he did. Good job. Good job by him. One ball, no strikes to Bryce Harper. Bases loaded. And the pitch. Another knuckle curve that misses for ball 2. And now it seems like Dylan Cease can't find the strike zone here. So they rule it as an infield single. That makes Trey Turner 2 for 3 today. He's over at first. Schwarber's at second. Merrifield's at third. There was nobody on with 2 outs, and now the bases are loaded for Bryce Harper. The 2-0 delivery to Bryce. Upstairs and outside for ball 3. Bryce is actually 3 for 5 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position this season with 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. Do you give him the green light here? The 3-0 pitch to Harper takes it up high for ball 4, and there's an RBI walk. And that makes it 3-0 Philadelphia. So Merrifield scores, and Turner goes over to second, Schwarber's at third, and Harper's at first. And now it's Alec Boehm's turn to come on up. It looks like Mike Schultz is going to go out there. I didn't see if anybody was warming up in the Padres bullpen, but I think that they're going to talk. No, this is Phil Nebula. So Nebula's going out there. I thought maybe that was Schultz for a second, but no, Nebula, who's the pitching coach, is going to try to talk things over. And now Alec Boehm is up to bat. Had a 2-run homer and won the battle in the first inning against Dylan Cease, and he's looking to do it again. The inning started off with a strikeout to Castellanos, and then Stock grounded out to second. Then Merrifield got on with an infield single. Schwarber walked. Turner had an infield single, and Harper had an RBI walk. 2 outs, 3-0 Philadelphia. Boehm in the box. First pitch, swing and a miss. That slider was not even close to the zone. It was down and away. And it's an 0-1 count. Boehm also flied out to right in the 4th inning to Tatis Jr. 1 ball, no strikes. Cease gets set, and the next pitch. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no. And that'll even the count up at 1 apiece. Yes, boo, go Cleveland. Big at-bat here for Alec. Bases juiced, top of the 5th, 3-0 Phillies, 2 outs. The 1-1 on the way. That was a knuckle curve on the outside edge of the plate for strike 2. Cease has gotten himself into a very big jam here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch on the way, fouled back. Good defensive swing by Alec Boehm to stay alive. The Guardians, in case you are wondering, they did not get a run in the 10th, and the Braves are going to look to walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. 28 pitches this inning for Cease. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. It's Schwarber. Here's Turner, the throw to the plate. It is not in time. And it's now a 5-0 lead for Philadelphia. So a 2-run single by Alec Boehm, and that gives the Phillies a 5-0 lead. High fives in the dugout. Boehm just took it the opposite way, hit a rocket on a 2-strike pitch, and there was no chance that anybody was going to catch that baby. And how about the slide by Trey Turner, too? The throw by Tatis wasn't off the line, but Campusano had to try to come in to grab it, and Trey Turner did a good job at sliding in. So Harper's at second, Boehm's at first, and JT's up to bat. Here's the pitch. It's downstairs and in the dirt. So a 2-run single by Alec Boehm. And again, all these runs have come with 2 outs. There was nobody on. 1 ball, no strikes. Cease looks at Harper at second base, who's dancing off the bag. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards center field. Going back towards the track and making the catch right at the wall is Merrill. He tracked it down perfectly, and that's the end of the inning. But the Phillies manufacture 3 runs and are able to take a 5-0 lead. Ranger Suarez going back out to pitch the bottom of the 5th for Philadelphia. Wow. They send 8 men up to the plate, too. That slide was great. Denver said he misread that from the start. Yeah, I think that he did as well. Thought that the throw was a little bit off the line, but Turner was probably going to beat it anyways. I love it. My first time watching this channel, and my Phils are getting free runs. Well, I don't know if I call them free runs because there was 2 outs and nobody on. You know? They played some small ball. And again, I go back to Whit Merrifield beating that ground ball over to third because that changed everything. Would have been forced out, you know? If you are new, we have 85 people on here watching. Actually, 100 people on here watching. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're a Phillies freak like me, we cover the Phillies, we cover the Sixers, and we cover the Eagles. But tonight, of course, it is the Phillies game. We will not be on for the Phillies tomorrow afternoon. We got the Sixers. But then on Monday night, the Phillies head to Anaheim to take on the Angels. That game's at 9:38, and we'll be back on for that game, baby. Oh, boy. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Appreciate the donations once again. Shout out to you guys. For those of you that did donate to the channel, including Randy F., who donated $20, and David Staples. You guys are fantastic people. The Braves have them loaded with 1 out. That sucks. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Ha-Seong Kim, Luis Campusano, and Eggy Rosario due up to bat for the San Diego Padres. Here's Kim at the plate, and the first pitch by Suarez is a 90-mile-per-hour sinker that's in there for a strike. Just 49 pitches for Ranger. Game was cruising by quickly, and then the Phillies had that little 2-out rally to give them 3 runs. In the top of the 5th, the 0-1 off the plate. JJ loves him his subs. Feed this man. Exactly. I do. You guys are a part of a really cool family on here. The 1-1 pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards shallow left field. Coming in is Merrifield, and he makes the sliding catch. Whit Merrifield able to make a nice catch out in left field as Ha-Seong Kim got robbed. It was a sailing line drive out to left field, and Merrifield was like, look what I got. And there's one away. Just a beautiful catch. And honestly, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but and he's making an impact. Here's Luis Campusano as he rips this one foul over towards the third base side. Campusano grounded out to third. Bone was able to make a nice play. That was to get the second out of the second. 0-1. And the pitch up high. There we go, 0-1. That's another good way of saying it. I like that. Trying to find better ways of coming up with different phrases, but I like that one. The 1-1 pitch upstairs for ball 2. I'm not saying I still say Phils win 3-1. Well, it's 5-0 now. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good cutter thrown by Ranger. It was on the upper third of the zone. And it's now a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch sails outside for ball 3. 0-1. None. No, that's not grammatically correct, I don't think. 3-2, it's a little cue shot hit over towards JT, and he throws it over to first, and there's 2 away. So the second out is recorded. It was a good play, too, by JT. A little swing by Luis Campusano. And his counterpart, able to get him out. So just 57 pitches thrown by Suarez. And up to bat now is Eggy Rosario. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good changeup thrown at the knees. Honestly, the changeup tonight has been super effective for Ranger Suarez. Not saying that it hasn't been in starts past, because it has been, but goes with a fastball this time at 92 on the upper third of the zone, and that's a called strike. 0-2, and the pitch. Curveball that misses low. So it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ranger wheeling and dealing, and throws a curveball that misses low for ball 2. So that makes the count now 2-2. Eggy Rosario is 4 for his last 13 with 2 RBI. 2-2 on the way. Fouled off over towards the first base side. The thing about Ranger that I think not a lot of people talk about, yeah, you talk about his competitiveness, but his calm, cool, and collectiveness that he has on the mound. He doesn't panic. Like, that's what makes him really cool. 2-2 on the way, ground ball hit back over to Ranger, and Ranger's like, I got it. This is just leg work. It's not really a lot of leg work for me, but he throws it over to first, and the inning comes to an end. So Ranger Suarez becomes the 7th Phillies pitcher to throw 30 or more consecutive scoreless innings, and we go to the top of the 6th. Last time that happened was when Cliff Lee did it in 2011. Phillies lead at 5-0. Ranger has now retired. How many? So that's what, 4 straight innings where he hasn't allowed to hit? No. He allowed to hit in the 3rd. So, yeah, he has actually retired. When you really think about the math, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 12 batters. He has retired 12 out of the last 13 batters that he has faced. That's crazy. Love whip, by the way. Wait till he starts hitting. Well, he was able to get on with an infield single and beat out a play where it was over at second base, and he was forced to run over to third with 2 outs, and he beat out that little play. So that's awesome. All right. If you guys wouldn't mind doing so, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, man. I better see Rangers in the chat, man. I better see Ranger Suarez in the chat, because he has been an ace today. He really has. Ranger Danger. Hashtag Ranger Dangers in the chat. Love me some Ranger Suarez. Well, we got 94 people on here watching. Hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Taijuan can hold his hand on the way to Lehigh Valley. See, here's the thing, okay? I'm fine with bringing Taijuan back into the starting rotation, but just make it a 6-man rotation, dude. That's all. That's all you got to do. It's not hard. Marsh takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1 to start off the top of the 6th. Then, surprisingly, Dylan Cease is starting off the inning. After having 2 outs with nobody on in the top of the 5th to start things off, well, he allowed 3 runs. The 1-0 pitch on the way, fouled back. Yeah, no need to take out Turnbull right now. See, that's the thing, is that you're more than welcome to have Taijuan Walker pitch. That's cool, but don't take out Turnbull. Don't take out anybody. The 1-1, swing that's chopped foul over towards the third base side. There's Dusty Wathan, who gives a little souvenir to a fan. Had to barehand it and just walked on over, and he was reaching under the net, and he was like, here you go. Just a foul ball hit by Brandon Marsh. 1-2 on the way inside. And the count is now 2-2. Taiwan can hold his, I read that. Ranger must have been an artist in his past life because he's painting those corners. I see what you did there. I like that. I like that. 80 pitches for Dylan Cease as he gets set at the belt, gets the signs from Campusano, and now they agree on a pitch. The 2-2 on the way. Chopped foul once more. 81 pitches for Dylan Cease. His strike-to-ball ratio in the last inning was pretty even. It was pretty much 50-50. And the 2-2. High for ball 3. Sir Anthony may get sent down, so maybe Turnbull will take his place. I don't want him to take anybody's spot in that bullpen. Keep him in the rotation, man. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch just misses inside. Good eye by Brandon Marsh, and there's a leadoff walk to start off the top of the 6th inning for the Phillies. Phillies sent 8 men up to the plate in the last inning. It was in the top of the 5th. And Marsh, who did not bat in the 5th inning, got to lead things off here. And here's Castellanos, who did lead off the inning with a strikeout. But he's up to bat now for the 3rd time today. First pitch is a slider that misses low and away for ball 1. Adrian Morjan getting loosened up in the Padres bullpen. He's a left-handed pitcher, so probably will face Bryson Stott, you would think. 1-0 is the count to Nick Castellanos, who gets set at the belt, or Cease, that is, gets set at the belt, and the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider that was high. And Casti got fooled. Phillies have 6 hits and have scored 5 runs. The 1-1 on the way, chopped foul, and I think that Marsh was going to go because you could see Campusano was starting to move behind the plate. But Casti was able to foul that off. Phillies put up 9 runs yesterday and have already put up 14 runs in this series so far. And the throw back over to first, not in time. Phillies have 2 hitters that have gotten 2 hits today, and both of them were Turner and Bohm, who have just continued to hit the baseball very well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 to Castellanos, swing and a miss, and the throw back over to first, not in time to get Marsh. So there's a strikeout. And that's the 3rd time today that Castellanos has struck out against Dylan Cease. Another off-speed pitch. Now it's Bryson Stott's turn to bat. Stott batting in the 8 hole. He is 0 for 2 today. He's been hitting the baseball better than he has been. And he'll take the first pitch way inside for ball 1. Stott's now 26 years old. From Las Vegas, Nevada, of course. 1-0 on the way on the upper third of the zone for a strike at 96 miles per hour. Remember, we were talking about how dominant Dylan Cease has been throughout this season, and, well, the Phillies, I said that they're going to have to put up long at-bats against them, and they certainly have. Working up that pitch count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch, line drive, and it's all the way towards the infield grass. Bogarts had to play it on a couple of bounces and threw it over to first, and Stott is retired. I was surprised that pitch was so inside. I thought maybe it was going to go over the head of Bogarts, but obviously you can't see until they switched camera angles, and Bogarts was able to field it on the outfield grass. Almost got by him, and had a nice play over to first, and a good pick by Profar as well. I mentioned before, as there's 2 outs now, and Whit Merrifield's up, and the first pitch is flied out towards shallow center field, and coming in is Jackson Merrill to make the catch for out number 3, and that'll do it. I did mention before that that I thought that Stott was going to face somebody else besides Dylan Cease. That was not the case, though. Morjan did not come in, and now we go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies still up 5-zip in San Diego. Cleveland is now up 4-2. Nice. Wow, they got out of a bases loaded jam in the bottom of the 10th. Oof. Man. 4-2, though, that's still not that far away. You know, that's not much of a cushion for Atlanta. So, what else do we have on here? If you are tuning in for the very first time, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button as well, hit that thumbs up button, and hit the subscribe button. If you are tuning in, you are a Phillies freak with a capital P and a capital H. If you're a Phillies freak, welcome on into the club. Because we have fun on here, man. We have a blast. It is now 10:03 p.m. Eastern Time. Game got started at 8:40 p.m., so we're an hour, 23 minutes underway in the game. All right, so because we have a lot of people on here tonight, I do want to ask you guys something if you want to open up. But for those of you that are new to the channel, and if you guys have been on here for a while but have a cool story to tell about in regards to what I'm about to ask, favorite moment that you guys have had at the ballpark, because maybe not all of us are Phillies fans. Maybe more people are Padres fans, or maybe some people are Padres fans. Maybe some of you are neither, and you're just casual baseball fans. But tell me what one of your favorite moments was when you went to the ballpark. Anytime. Could have been when you're a kid or whenever. So Ranger Suarez still out there for the Phillies. 63 pitches coming into the inning. The count is 0-2. Merrill took a strike first, and then he fouled off the next pitch. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock, and Suarez gets set at the letters, winds up, and throws it down low. It was a slider. Stranger's still in? Yes, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? How are you doing? 1-2 is the count to Merrill. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. Only struck him out. Ranger Suarez wheeling and dealing so far on 68 pitches. So that's now his 5th strikeout of the ball game. And the victim that time was Jackson Merrill. So yeah, favorite ballpark moment that you guys have had. That's what we're going to talk about in this inning. Especially for the new people, because I want to, sometimes I notice, like, when we have a bigger audience, there's always new people that come in, so. The pitch on the way. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. Castellanos goes back towards the track, and he makes the catch. He slammed right into the wall. Another defensive web gem by Nick Castellanos. The wind was blowing it as a car thought maybe it had a chance, and Castellanos tracked it down and slammed into the wall for out number 2. Good job by him, too, to recognize where the electric sign was out in right field. There was a little pad, though, that separated one of the signs all the way from the electric sign, and he just ran right into that panel. Maybe made a little bit of contact with the electronic sign, but not much. Good job by him. And Alexander Bogarts is up to bat. And he takes a strike. 0 for 2 today with a ground out and the strikeout. The 0-1 on the way. Change up that misses outside. That is really unbelievable. Defensive wizard Nick Castellanos. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Why is Casty playing every day? Well, that's why. That's why. He still gives you something defensively. The 2-1 on the way, and that's fouled back. That was a perfect comment at the perfect time, Ben. Offensively, I know he's struggling. But got to give credit where credit's due, man. 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Ranger Suarez has been pitching a gem today, and we go to the top of the 7th. No hits or 2 hits allowed in this game. Hasn't allowed a hit in quite some time since the 3rd inning, and we go to the top of the 7th. That's pretty crazy. Phillies are doing really well so far this year. They are. They started off. We were disappointed in how they started, but let's be real. They've been taking care of business ever since that series against Atlanta, and they've been playing really good baseball, and I have to be proud of that. Austin says, we're talking about favorite ballpark moments. An old coworker of mine lied to the boss that he was sick so he could go see a daytime game last year. Ran into the boss in the parking lot after that game. Boss said, next time, you're buying me a beer. That's cool. I like that ballpark story. That is really cool, man. Shout out to you. Old coworker of mine lied to his boss. That's cool. That's a funny story. Steven says, hate to say it. Well, you're saying it right now. I don't think I've been to a Phillies game since they were at the Vets. I'm hoping to maybe go to a game in July in Minnesota where the Twins will be hosting them on my birthday. That's cool. Wow. I like that. That would be really, really awesome. Turklass said that his favorite was the Phillies inside the park homer against Sammy Sosa. Albert Bell grand slam. You were at that game? You were at both of those games? That's cool. So Castellanos got high fives in the dugout after making a really good catch, and Ranger Suarez got a lot of high fives too. Johan Rojas was looking at Castellanos and was like, you're doing what I do out there, and Castellanos smiled. First pitch to Kyle Schwarber looked like it was in there for a strike. It was at the knees. Morjan's in there to pitch, but they called it a ball. So Dylan Cease's night is done. Went 6 innings, and Schwarber takes a fastball at 99 for strike 1. Should have been strike 2, but regardless, Adrian Morjan on the hill has a 1.35 ERA and 6.2 innings of work. Morjan gets set and delivers the next pitch. Wide for ball 2. Morjan also has not allowed a home run this season, and opponents are batting .370 against him. Starts his windup, and the next pitch fouled off the back foot of Kyle Schwarber, and the count is now 2-2. Also, this wizard in front of us calling about 6 hits in a row. All these games were 20 or more years ago. Denver says, I haven't been to the bank since 2011. Went to a game in Tampa 2 years ago. That's cool. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. Kyle Schwarber has struck out for the 3rd time today. Got fooled on an off-speed pitch that was just on the upper third of the zone. And the lead-off strikeout to start off the top of the 7th. And it's Trey Turner's turn to bat. So Trey is up to bat. He's gotten on base twice with a single. And he stares at the slider that misses wide for a 1-0 count. Top of the 7th. 1 out. And the 1-0 pitch to Trey. Fouled off over towards the right field side. The count is now 1-1. Turner is batting .298 against the Padres in 24 games on the road in his career. The pitch, line drive into left field for a base hit, and that's going to certainly up his batting average as he cruises into second base without a throw. The throw was really cut off, but he's standing up, and he gets a one-out double. What else can you say about Trey? And Bryce Harper is coming up to bat. Randy says, I came in late for a game. As I sat down, Ryan Howard hit a home run. We went like 12 innings and ended up winning that game. That was a year we went to the World Series. That's right. It was against the Reds, I believe. Here's Bryce Harper, and the first pitch is fouled back over towards the third base dugout. Harper, of course, has had a very good batting average against the Padres as well throughout his career. The 0-1 pitch, line drive, hit over towards the third base side, though. Played on the bounce, and the flip over to first is in time. Turner actually did go over to third. Thought maybe it was going to be hit a little bit further, but it was sinking, and Harper grounds out to third, and there's two away. So Turner has gotten on base 3 times with 3 hits, and Alec Boehm has gotten on base 2 times with hits. Both of them were on 2-run base hits, including a home run and a single. First pitch in this at-bat is low and inside for ball 1, I should say. Boehm's average now, 357. 438 on-base percentage as well, and a 678 slugging percentage. That's not hot. I don't know what is. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards shallow right field, and getting under his profile, and he'll make the catch over towards the right field line, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 extra base hit. It was by Trey Turner, and Ranger Suarez goes out to pitch the bottom of the 7th when we return. Okay. All right, so it's time now to ask our Phillies trivia question of the day. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And if you get the question right, you'll hear this. If you get the question wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. Here's what I want to know. Let's see this one. How about this? All right, so I want to know, on this day, okay, who made his Phillies debut and pitched a scoreless inning of relief against the Dodgers? This one's a tough one. On this day, which Phillies pitcher made his relief debut and pitched a scoreless inning against the Dodgers? Anybody know? We'll take a couple of guesses. This one I wanted to make a little bit tougher. Anybody know? Phillies relief pitcher on this day who made his debut and pitched a scoreless inning against the Dodgers. I'll give you a hint. It was a father. He's part of a father-son duo. Okay? That's like the biggest hint. Jojo Romero. Billy Wagner. Nope. It's part of a father-son duo. Rangers going out there to pitch the bottom of the 7th, 74 pitches and 6 innings. 6 innings he's pitched and 74 pitches he has thrown. First pitch to Tatis Jr. is on the outside corner for strike 1. Father-son combo. That's my hint. Think about fathers and sons who have played Major League Baseball. Not at the same time, but just a father-son duo, like Fernando Tatis and Fernando Tatis Jr. The 0-1 pitch. It's in there at the knees for a strike. Any more guesses? The 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Ranger gets another strikeout. Man, oh man. He struck out 3 of the last 4 batters that he has faced. And has now retired 10 in a row. Just unbelievable. Anybody know? One more guess. Which Phillies pitcher made his major league debut and threw a scoreless inning against the Dodgers? As part of a father-son duo. I know it, but I can't think of the name. I can't tell you anything else. First pitch to Profar's down low for ball 1. I gave you a big hint. That's it. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. Castellanos gets underneath it and will make the catch. Timber says, darn. Oh, it's a big one. Anybody know? No? 2 outs now as Profar flies out to right, and it's Manny Machado's turn to bat. By the way, I wish baseball can get another commissioner. I like what Rob Thompson has done, man. Or not Rob Thompson, Rob Manfred. Oh, my gosh. Here's Machado, who's up to bat. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and the ground out. He's ahead in the count 1-0. Suarez gets set at the letters and winds up and delivers and throws a pitch that's on the outside corner for a strike. All right, so Mark Leiter Jr. in 2017 made his Phillies debut with a scoreless inning of relief against the Dodgers. That's who made his debut today. That's, of course, Mark Leiter's kid. Mark Leiter Sr. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Manny Machado. Base is empty. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. The 83rd pitch. Here it comes. It's a curveball that misses low for ball 2. Again, I wanted to try to challenge you guys. So I did it. I did it, man. 84 people on here, and I stumped you all. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch outside. And the count is now full at 3-2. Ranger has not walked the batter today. And the next pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Not that deep, though. Castellanos turns over his shoulder, and he'll make the catch. And the side is retired. That is now the 4th straight 1-2-3 inning for Ranger Suarez. And we go to the top of the 8th. Phillies in cruise control as they lead it 5-zip. All right. That wasn't the guy that you were thinking of? Well, that's who it was. He's making it look too easy. Yeah, he is. He is making it look too easy. Absolutely. Bro, let's get to 2,070 subscribers. Did we get to 100 likes yet? I hope we did. Because that would be really, really awesome. I will not be on for the Phillies game tomorrow afternoon, but I'm telling you, if you are new to the channel tonight, you are not going to want to miss out on... You're not going to want to miss out on the game tomorrow for the Sixers because we really do an awesome job. He is just filthy. That's not what I wanted. Twitter. There we go. 70 likes. Nice. Let's get to 100. Ranger danger, man. Hashtag. Always forget. Right. Good stuff. Oh, man. That Bowman has the 4th highest OPS in all of Major League Baseball, according to Luke Arcani. Wow. All right, so we're in the top of the 8th inning. JT Realmuto is up to face Morjan here, who had 12 pitches in the previous inning, and goes with a sweeper that's inside for ball 1. JT hitting .239, 4 long balls, and 11 RBI this season. The 1-0 on the way, and that's fouled off. JT did homer in last night's game and was able to give the Phillies at the time a 9-1 lead. That was in the top of the 7th. We're in the top of the 8th, though. The leg kick and the pitch by Morjan misses inside. Phillies will wrap up their series tomorrow afternoon against the Padres. That game will be at 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Michael King, the former New York Yankee, will be on the hill for the Padres, and Taijuan Walker will be making his Phillies debut. The 2-1 delivery, slider that's right down the pipe for strike 2. In the on-deck circle for the Phillies, it's Brandon Marsh. The 2-2 delivery, fouled away. JJ, when you watch, do you have the game muted or just the volume down? I have it muted because I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk it. 2-2 is the count. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch popped up and rolling or sailing foul, and it goes into the stands. Leafs announced that Matthews is done for the night. Oh, boy. Wow. The 2-2 delivery by Morjan. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Nothing too fancy about the sweeper. Just in the good spot. And JT has to go sit down. Brandon Marsh will come on up and bat now for the Phils. NHL playoffs have been really wild. Maple Leafs are down 3-1. I mean, there's 12.5 minutes left to go, and Matthews is not returning. Wow. Wonder if something happened to him. First pitch on the way to Marsh, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. Now, the Lightning did win today at 6-3. Florida still leads the series, though, 3-1. The next pitch, right down the pipe at 98 miles per hour. Islanders are also got a victory today and 2 overtimes. Hurricanes were up 3-0 in the series, and now it's 3-1. Next pitch is up high and outside for a ball. Bruins have a 3-1 lead against the Maple Leafs in Toronto. The series itself is 2-1 Boston. 1-2 on the way. And that one is outside. Thought maybe Marsh may have tried to check his swing, but he did not. And then the Stars and the Golden Knights play at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Vegas leads the series 2-0 against Dallas. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Third base umpire says no, the pitch was just up high. So it was an 0-2 count. It is now a full count to Brandon Marsh. They started doing the wave here at Petco Park. Sun is down. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And, well, Morjan wins the battle and gets the second out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts thrown by Morjan. And Castellanos will have a crack at it against him. Mike Green says he had a bad wrist injury. I wonder if he hurt it again. Austin Matthews. Maybe. Castellanos, who takes a pitch that's a foot off the plate and wide for ball 1. Casty made a really nice catch earlier in the game, and the 1-0 is swung on and missed. It wasn't really earlier, but there was a catch that was really it was in the 7th inning. Next pitch swung on and missed. The count is now 1-2. He has struck out, though, 3 times at the plate. The catch was actually back in the 6th inning. Forgot that he made a catch, though, in the 7th inning, too, but it was in the 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Base is empty. The 1-2. Grounder. It's fouled, though, towards the third base side. Nice play, though, by the ball girl. NBA playoffs, of course, have been going on as well. Magic have tied the series at 2-2 against the Cavs. The 1-2 on the way. Line drive into right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So Castellanos had a hat trick of strikeouts, but he ends that strikeout streak, and he gets on with an opposite field single. And he'll take that. I do have to say that he has been going the opposite way a little bit more when he does make contact with the baseball. Bryson Stott will come on up now. Bottom part of the lineup really hasn't been too bad today for the Phils. Stott is up to bat. And the first pitch is a 98-mile-per-hour fastball at the knees for strike one. Morjan with 31 pitches. Pitched in the seventh. Came on in relief for Dylan Cease. And he'll try to get out of the eighth inning here. The ball's one strike. He goes back over at first. Now back to the plate. And the 0-1 wide and high. "20 pitches in this inning for Adrian Morjan. 13 have been strikes and 7 have been balls. Morjan gets set, kicks, fires, throws it low. I'm not. It would be kind of cool to have crowd noise, like actual crowd noise. Not something that you just put in, but 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss at 97 miles per hour. Because sometimes I feel like when I'm a little silent on here, it's a little bit weird. But with the crowd noise, sometimes you just soak all that in, and it's just really cool. You can have more of those let it breathe moments. 2-2 delivery. Outside for ball 3. Good take by Stott. It was a slider that was off the plate. Merrifield waits in the on-deck circle. It's 1 for 3 today. And a nice catch defensively as well. The payoff pitch to Bryson Stott. And it's fouled away. Castellanos has to go back to first. This is what Bryson Stott did a very good job at last year. Just working up the counts. Sims background noise. Yeah. I like the Sims, but you're saying simulation background noise? But it has to be natural. You know what I mean? The 3-2 on the way to Stott. Strike 3 called on the outside corner at 97 miles per hour. Nice pitch thrown there to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Rangers going to go back out there. He's only allowed 2 hits so far today. And the Phillies still up 5-0 in San Diego. Good job, man. All right. Just going back out there. That's really awesome. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, man. And that way you'll know when I go live. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I am live for as many Phillies games, Sixers games, and Eagles games. We cover a lot with all 3 of those teams. And we try to give you very good and professional quality type of content. You know, we're really trying to take advantage of the digital media airways. I graduated from college in 2022. I interned at NFL Films. I went to college at Rowan University, and I studied sports communication and media. Had some really cool opportunities calling games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks and the Delaware Bluecoats for our radio station when we had partnerships with them. But I wanted to do more and more play-by-play, and I thought, taking advantage of the digital media airways was a very good way to do it. And we can, it's a win-win for everybody. People that can't tune into the games that are in other areas of the world or the country, they can come on here It's free. We have a good time. And we actually are able to, have conversations. And that's what makes the digital media realm so cool as well. Ranger Suarez has 32 innings where he is not allowed to run. Larry Anderson did it in 32 2/3 of an inning. He has tied Ken Heinzelman, who did it in 1949. And then you also he also tied Robin Roberts, who did it back in 1950. The pitch on the way on the outside corner was a curveball for a strike. 86 pitches for Ranger. Would like to see if he's going to go to distance or not, depending on the pitch count here. The pitch on the way inside. Went with a cutter at 87 miles per hour. Grover Alexander has the most scoreless inning streaks by a Phillies pitcher, as the 1-1 is fouled off. Did it back in 1911 and had 41 scoreless innings. 88 pitches for Ranger. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the 1-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. I think it was a little bit of a gift by Alfonso Marquez. But regardless, Ranger with his 8th strikeout of the ball game. Regardless, it was just a nice, filthy pitch. He's been getting on top of every single batter that he has faced and attacking that strike zone. And Campusano is up to bat, and there's a foul ball over towards the first base side. The 0-1 on the way. Ground ball hit back over to Ranger on the mound. Takes his time. Turns, floats, throws over the first. And there's 2 away. Well, maybe he will pitch the 9th. We'll have to wait and see. 2 outs, though, in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's looking to get his 5th 1-2-3 inning in a row. So he is now tied Larry Anderson for most scoreless innings in a row at 32 2/3. The first pitch is inside for a ball 1. The 1-0 on the way just misses outside. Timmy and Tug McGraw. Does Schwarber have picks of the coach with P. Diddy? I don't know what that means, but it's 2 balls, no strikes. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Changeup at 82 miles per hour at the knees. Good velocity on the changeup. And again, Ranger just does not look tired. He's not dripping sweat, nothing. It's just dominating the zone. Next pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards left field, and that's not coming back. That baby is gone. So Ranger gives up his first home run in 4 outings, and he tied Larry Anderson for 32 2/3 of an inning that he has pitched scoreless for the Phillies. And it's now 5-1, and Eggy Rosario able to take him to distance. Boy, does he have power in that bat. Fastball down the middle, he knew it was coming and just watched it fly as it hit the golf ball out in left field. We have a pinch hitter up to bat, and the first pitch is a grounder hit over towards first base. It was actually Merrill that was up to bat. I thought maybe his stance was a little bit different, but regardless, Bryce Harper fields it cleanly. And we go to the top of the 9th. Jeff Hoffman is getting loosened up now in the Phillies bullpen. And Ranger, well, just allowed 1 earned run on the solo shot that was hit by Eggy Rosario. But regardless, was sensational once again today. What's going on? Kudos to Ranger, man. Kudos to Ranger. Clap. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, man. Turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Love each and every one of you, and hopefully you're all having yourselves a fantastic Saturday night. Stuck in 70 likes. Come on, man. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. Hit that thumbs up button, man. So, that's awesome. All right. He will only have 3 earned runs for the month of April. How about that, man? How about that? Ranger's my favorite Phillies player by far. Has been for 3 years, says John. Oh, Joby. Joby, what's up, Joby? How you doing, man? Yeah, Ranger is great. I call him the Swiss Army knife. That's what I call him. Nathan Ackerman tweeted out, Ranger Suarez is so far beyond a good number 3 territory at this point. He'd be a good number 2, and I'm not sure he isn't an ace. I have to agree. I really do. I think that is a very good point. He's just everything that you want in the pitcher. That's who he is. So, Tyler Larry Anderson, who I'm sure is on the radio broadcast and talking about it for the 3rd longest scoreless streak in Phillies history. Kyle Schwarber is up to bat. He's 0 for 3 with a walk in the 5th. It's a 1-0 count, and the next pitch swing. And it was a check swing. Did he go? They say he did. Over at third base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morjan still pitching as he goes out there for the 9th. Interesting. The 1-1 is low for ball 2. Giants have a 1-0 lead as we take a look at the out-of-town scores. It's in the top of the 7th against the Pirates. Minnesota's up 5-2 in the top of the 3rd against the LA Angels. It's the next stop for the Phillies after tomorrow afternoon. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And the Diamondbacks and the Mariners are scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers won 4-2 against Toronto. Cincinnati also won 8-4 against Texas. Baltimore shut out Oakland 7-0. Mets lost 7-4 to the Cardinals. The 2-2 on the way is low for ball 3. So it's now a full count. Boston had a 17-0 shutout at home against the Chicago Cubs. Lots of dominating scores today. 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And Kyle Schwarber, for the 4th time today, has struck out. Only other time that he came up, he walked. And it's Trey Turner's time to come on up. Astros also won 12-4 against the Colorado Rockies, and the Washington Nationals took care of business in Miami as they were able to come out triumphant 11-4. First pitch to Trey is way inside for ball 1. White Sox won 8-7 against the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Yankees won 15-3 against Milwaukee. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a foul ball. Holy cow, 17-0? Yes. I know, it's crazy. 17-0. Cleveland also beat Atlanta 4-2 in extra innings, and Chicago, I think we mentioned this, but they beat Tampa Bay 8-7 in the 10th. 1-1 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. He'll stay in the yard, though, and Merrill gets underneath it and catches the can of corn for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and I think that Jeff Hoffman's going to come in for the Phillies, and they'll have to face Azekar, Bogarts, and Tatis Jr. when we return. Man, this game is just like 2 hours old. This game is just 2 hours old. It is unbelievable. Really. And I was doing minor league games, like for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, and they implemented the pitch clock. I was so shocked at how fast these games were going by. But even to this day, because I think we've been accustomed to it for years, even in 5 years, we're going to be like, wow, this game is still fast. Love the speed of Rangers games. Yeah. There has to be a stat that's out there about like the shortest games. You know what I mean? And I think that Ranger has to be up there. If you are new, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button, baby, and that way you'll know when I go live. Let's get to 100 likes. Come on, man. Let's get to 100 likes. If we have not done so already, I would really appreciate that. If you guys have any sort of critiques or if you guys think that we can make the channel even a little bit better, make sure that you guys either email jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. You can also reach out, though, or you can comment down low on here. Always interested in constructive criticism and that type of thing. 69 likes. Let's get to 100, man. Let's try to get to 100. All right. Back at Petco Park. Phillies will try to close it out in the bottom of the ninth. Azekar, Bogarts, and Tatis Jr. all due up for the San Diego Padres. Phillies have provided 8 hits today and have scored 5 runs. And now it's Jeff Hoffman's turn as the torch is passed on to him from Rangers Suarez to pitch the 9th inning here. Hoffman is 2-0, has a 1.59 earned run average, and opponents are batting .205 against him. Hoffman last pitched on Thursday. Went 1 1/3 of an inning, just allowed 1 hit, and had 3 strikeouts. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. My critique is bring DFJ on more often, says Andy. He doesn't do baseball, though, my guy. The ball is 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 9th, and the next pitch, it looked like it was in there for a strike, but they called it a ball. I'm saying critiques about like the way that we call the games. That's what I'm saying. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch, check swing. And the third base umpire said that he did not go. Courtesy of Corey Seidman, the Phillies rotation has a 1.21 earned run average and a .77 whip over their last 12 games. Linda's here. What's up, Linda? Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hoffman gets set at the belt once again. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Phillies lead 5-1. We're in the bottom of the 9th, and the 1-2. Chopped foul. Pawn TV is here. Now 70 because of me. Let's go, baby! 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hoffman gets set again at the belt. Takes a quick breath. Then the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went with a 97-mile-per-hour heater. And there's the first out of the 9th. That thing was just a lot of heat. That was to Wade. So Wade came in there to pitch hit. Now it's Xander Bogaerts. So we go back to the top of the order. And Hoffman throws a 97-mile-per-hour fastball just downstairs. This Phillies team feels different. They're playing really well, man. They really are. 1 ball, no strikes. Hoffman gets set and delivers, and that time it is a strike at the knees, and Bogaerts does not agree with the call. But it is a strike regardless. Sanders 0 for 3 with a ground out and 2 strikeouts. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hoffman, not wasting any time, decides to go with a slider. It was outside, or it was actually really low, but they tried to check Bogaerts' swing, and they said that he did not go around. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Nobody on. And the 2-1 pitch, here it is. Fouled off over towards the third base side. Phillies tomorrow afternoon will have Taijuan Walker making his debut for the Phillies. And we'll have an update on what's going to happen to Spencer Turnbull. It's going to be the biggest conversation about tomorrow. The 2-2 on the way. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. It's drifting foul. Castellanos tries to get to it, and he can't do so. Thank goodness it went over towards the right side of the line. Wouldn't have been able to make the catch if it hit the line and if it was fair. So Xander's up to bat. Two balls, two strikes. Hoffman gets set at the belt, and the pitch. Chopped foul once again. Hoffman has Wheeler has a 1.93 ERA. Nola has a 3.2 ERA. Ranger has a 1.32 earned run average. Christopher Sanchez has a 2.96, and Turnbull has a 1.33. That's just the Phillies starting rotation through 28 games. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth on back-to-back strikeouts by Jeff Hoffman. Off-speed pitch. And Bogarts has struck out for the third time today. And it all comes down to Fernando Tatis Jr. 5-1. Padres down to their final out. First pitch in there for a strike at the knees at 97 miles per hour. Profar waits in the on-deck circle. Hoffman not wasting any time. Gets the signs from JT. The leg kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the Padres are down to their final strike. Hoffman looking to strike out the side. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. 3 strikeouts in the bottom of the ninth as Hoffman closes the door, and the Phillies win 5-1. They take the series out in San Diego, and they're looking to complete the sweep tomorrow afternoon. Well, Ranger Suarez was absolutely phenomenal today. And he was absolutely incredible. Him and Alec Bohm are the players of the game. Bohm had a 2-run homer and a 2-run single against Dylan Cease once upon a time. And the Phillies are able to get a 5-1 win. Ranger was outstanding, really did his job on the mound, and continued to perform like an ace. Really. Just absolutely great stuff. Got ahead in the counts a lot of times, was able to dominate that strike zone, and not drip one drop of sweat. Nothing. So that's great. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Got to be proud of how this team has been performing. So the Phillies are now 18-10 and just continue to play really good, solid baseball. You know, the biggest talk coming into the year, we were all so down after the Atlanta Braves series. And even during the first 2 weeks, we were thinking, oh, man, this team is just not performing up to expectations. And now they're hot. They're one of the hottest teams in baseball. They have the best rotation. The hitters are starting to come alive. Alec Bohm has been playing like an MVP. Let's be real. Trey Turner has been playing like an MVP. And now Bryce Harper's swinging the bat really well. So they really have done a good job. And it's funny because even Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos are struggling, but they can afford to have that happen. So it's just awesome. And Will's right. He said that they were 8-8 not that long ago, man. I know. We were all complaining about the bullpen. We were all complaining about, you know, Dave Dombrowski not going after another starting pitcher like Blake Snell or Jordan Montgomery. I know it's still early on in the season, but look at where they are now, man. They're taking care of business, and they're winning these games. And they're not just turning it on in June. They're not just turning it on in June, guys. They're doing it earlier. And Ranger just got a shower. Good for him, man. He's just fun to watch. Every time he pitches, you just smile. You really do. You just have a good feeling that something positive is going to happen. And even if he's in a jam, there's no panic in this guy. None. Nothing gets to this guy. So, I think that's really awesome. One word to describe the game. Comment down below. My word to describe the game was phenomenal. And again, freakish behavior by you guys. Y'all are Phillies freaks, and we love it. We love freakish behavior. Ranger Suarez was a Phillies freak tonight, and so was Alec Boehm. Really. All played really, really well, and really happy and really satisfied with the win. Mike Green says that tonight was outstanding. It was. Thanks, JJ. Another entertaining call. Thank you. Joby says we still love you, Ranger. Oh, shout out to Ranger Suarez. Oh, my mom says A. A. That's one word that she describes tonight. She gives a letter grade of an A. I like that. Good. All right. Again, I do want to remind you guys that I will not be back on tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to be calling the Sixers game. Even if you're not basketball fans, I'm telling you, we have so much fun in the basketball streams. If you guys enjoy these types of calls, man, this is what we do, bro. And we really give you a lot of energy for even the Sixers games at this time of the year. It's a lot of fun, and I love it. And there's nothing better in the world than doing this in front of you guys and being able to have an audience that's really interactive and also, you know, a part of the story. That's really what it is. It's really what it is. I always wondered what it would be like to talk to Harry Kalas. And I'm not comparing myself to Harry. I never will, never have, nothing. But it still is really cool, you know? Number one job is to do the play-by-play, but then we make it more fun by adding you guys into the mix. We sprinkle y'all in here. Oh, have a great one, JJ. Appreciate it. Hello, Mom. Mike Green says hi to my mom. JJ, you are going to be my one-stop shop for all things Philly sports. We love it. Joby, welcome on in to the play-by-play with JJ family, man. I hope to see you on here tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. It's a date with Play-by-Play with JJ. I will see you all tomorrow. Lila Tove, and good night, people.